So you want to know if you are a grid worker. Maybe you found this video and you feel somewhere deep in your soul and body that grid work or that word sparks something of interest in you. And let me just tell you, I do not believe you were guided to this video at any coincidence. And I believe that curiosity in your mind, that curiosity in your body where you're like, this seems a little interesting. What is grid work? What am I hearing? I'm hearing more about this. It means that you are a grid worker. And so I want to dive really deep into this topic around like, what is grid work? What does it entail? How do you do it? And why it's a part of your mission here? As again, I believe you yourself were guided to this video because you are one. And right off the bat, we're just going to dive straight into it. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Katie. And I will just say as well, if you have been on this channel for a while, or if you're new, you're brand new to this channel, I believe that each and every one of you are beaming balls of light. You're bright souls here with big missions, big purposes, and you're all grid workers, right? So one thing about grid work is a lot of people might describe it in this way of like it's a specific starseed mission. You know, there's grid workers, there's, you know, all these other types of starseeds, but in my opinion, you're doing grid work every single day by being a light worker, right? Like you are healing the grid of the earth. And so consider it something that's just like that simple. And so the label doesn't have to, you know, override your mind and make you think of this crazy concept. Okay, I'm a grid worker and you know, okay, that means that from a young age, that means I had to have known I was a grid worker. No, none of that is true. And in fact, I wasn't one of those children that blew open when I was little and knew my mission. You know, it evolved over time. In fact, I believe a lot of grid workers, yourself most likely included, are doing grid work on the daily without even knowing it. Like you're healing the grids, as there's so many different types of grids on this earth, and you're not even aware, and even since you were a child. But it's literally through the bright light in your soul, in your frequency, that is heightened, that is strong, that is powerful, that is healing the earth, and you're doing grid work through that. So let's dive into it. What is it? And first, again, I want to say you are multidimensional. So again, my type of, for instance, grid work is different from yours. It's different from the next person. Every single one of us has a unique mission here, has unique gifts, codes, and all of it, which ties into our ability to affect Earth's grid in a unique, beautiful way, right? And we wouldn't be making magic happen or healing the earth or, you know, the ley lines of the grids on earth if we all were doing the same thing. And so this is something I actually had to learn myself, is like that comparison, that jealousy of like, well, this healer does this, like maybe I'm supposed to learn that way. Like you'll learn in this ascension journey over time that your, you know, multidimensional gifts and the way that you're healing this earth is so unique to the next person, okay? So that's when I say multidimensional. You don't exist within one, you know, timeline, one lane, one third dimensional reality that most of the world is living. Like you're on this channel because all you guys are little 5D beings. Like welcome if you're new, as I said, because get ready, this is going to be powerful. So it's just to come to the understanding that, you know, because you're a multidimensional being, your ability to heal the world, exist in multidimensions, and be different, you know, evolving your whole life. You're going to change and evolve every day and every week. So get ready for that. You're probably already experiencing that, and in that, your purpose, your mission is going to unfold every single day, and your gifts that you're sharing with the world on a subconscious and conscious level are going to be different every single day of the week and beyond, okay? So let yourself anchor in the fact that you're multidimensional, and your way of healing and being that grid worker, it's not like this one way we can describe grid work, and again, my way is different from yours, right? But I do want to give like an overarching example of kind of what that means. And as I said, it's so simple. We love to keep it simple out here on the channel, is knowing that, you know, you have this beaming ball of light inside of you as your soul drops into your human body and you're like, I'm going to take on this life. Like, let's say, you know, I chose Katie Horton's life and I was like, okay, this beaming ball of light is going to heal my DNA, heal, you know, my lineage, and spread it out into the world. And a part of that is, you know, it stems from the heart too, because I believe, you know, the heart and soul are so connected. So you just walking about your life when you're a little kid and beyond, and right now in this very moment, you're walking about the world with your heightened frequency compared to most people in the world who don't have that, are at a lower frequency and vibration, and you're rippling that out into the world just through your love, through your intention. Now there's ways to expand it, as we always talk about, like that love and amplifying that, but just your body alone, your soul alone, just beaming here where you are watching this video, it's rippling out into the world. And simultaneously, you know, in the best way I believe we can do this, which I'll wait to get into like the ways we can do grid work, but just know like your frequency is plugging down into the earth, and as it goes down, I don't know if you can see this because it kind of cut off, so I'll lift it up. So through your feet, as we ground every day, whether you do it intentionally or just walking, you are anchoring in higher frequencies down into Mother Earth. It's like almost like an energetic coil coming from your feet, and it plugs down into Mother Earth, and that, you'd be amazed if you could see what I see. It goes down, and then this frequency ripples out. I tried to draw arrows, I don't know if you can see them. It ripples out into the ley lines of Mother Earth, and you know, as I said, there's so many different types of grids. I'm not gonna get too much into that, but like, just know that we can think of it on a basic level of like Mother Earth herself. She has a grid system. And when you plug down your frequency, just through you walking throughout your day, it ripples out into Mother Earth, and your light heals this planet, it heals humanity, because those ripples of light go up other people's feet. I'm not even joking, like, I'm in the US, like my frequency will ripple out to like China and places, and yours does the same. It sounds wild, but literally it heals this earth, and it goes up to other humans on a subconscious level. Of course, it's not like you're intentionally doing this, or know that you're doing it, but it's happening, okay? So that is just one basic understanding of like grid work and what you're doing here just through your presence alone. As your soul dropped into planet Earth, you said, I'm here, I'm gonna come here with a mission, and a part of that is to help heal this planet. As you know, again, I always say, you're here for the Earth, you're not here to escape Earth or to ascend to a higher frequency so that you can leave this earthly plane. Obviously, eventually you're gonna do that, but always coming back to the understanding that you are here for Mother Earth, okay, and humanity. Two big things here. Keep it simple. Mother Earth, humanity. Your bright light is here to do that. You wanted to do that. Radical responsibility. And through that understanding, you'll always, if you always remind yourself of that, you're like, wow, I'm here for a mission. Like, truly, my best friend and I were talking about this, like, most people in this world, you honestly are not, I shouldn't say most people, but there's a lot of human beings that are here that are simply like, the soul isn't present, it's not there, it's just like bots, and also people that, you know, are just deep in a lower vibration, and you're one of the lucky ones who said, let me go help during this shift, right? So that's why the grid work is a big part of what we're all doing. It's not some specific mission. And then I want to get into as well, like, okay, some ways that we can intentionally amplify the grid work that we're doing and our impact on this planet. And I want to explain kind of like the difference between solo grid work and group collective grid work. So solo is like you going out in your day and just kind of doing the work on your own, being that bright light that you are, and helping heal the world. Again, it's subconscious, and the ways we'll get into are conscious things that you can do. And then the group is more like when you go into, let's say, ceremonies, or like when I say like plant medicine ceremonies, or just simply gather with groups of like-minded souls and spread your light together. You're doing group grid work, and this is often how we create portals. I'll just draw this like portal. I believe like when we get with other light beings on this earth, again, whether that's through any sort of ceremony or gathering where we're just all engaging in our light, we're spreading that light to one another, you know, and you see this in so many women's group, men's groups, plant medicine ceremonies, you name it, like meditation retreats, any sort of retreat, things like that. I consider honestly to be grid work, because think of the amount of energy that is going in with all of these bright lights coming together to do the healing work. That energy is rippling out and it's healing Mother Earth, you know, and again, a lot of this is done so subconsciously, but it's all orchestrated so beautifully. So that's where I say, like, we're creating portals, to be honest, when we gather with other people. And then on an individual level, we do the exact same thing. And something to note, and we'll get into again, like the ways we can amplify this. So when I say like solo, think of it like your soul, again, dropped into your human body, and wherever you were born on this very earth, like beautiful planet, you know, whatever town, state, country that you live in, your soul chose that very point in place because you were meant to ripple light out and heal the grid where you were born. So that's why it's like, even if you don't know what your mission is now, your big purpose, like that's one of your purposes, is to be here and spread your light. So yeah, know that like your solo grid work is you healing the planet, healing humanity and your loved ones and where you are, just simply through your frequency in that physical location. So maybe you've been called to move certain places in your lifetime and you don't really know why, but you had this calling. Or again, maybe you are that one that's like, I know it's because I have to go heal the grid here. Like either way, you were called there to help activate the land. The land's going to activate you. You're going to send healing to this area. Another thing too is a lot of times we are called to places that need a lot of higher frequencies planted into the earth. So if you think about those places on the planet where lots of destruction, war, really terrible, like heavy, dense energy has occurred on our planet, oftentimes you might feel the calling to go there or, you know, have lived there, you know, and I use my example, like I grew up in the South and of the United States, and it's pretty heavy energy down there, let me tell you. And I lived in Charleston for a while. Charleston, South Carolina is actually, like, honestly, you could think of it as like the hub of where slavery really started in the US. So like heavy, dark energy. And I had this calling to be there. I couldn't explain it. Like there was a calling to be there. And this is a thing. This is where I'm going with this. So with my reason for being there, and like, let's say you're called to go somewhere where there's like that heavy energy in the world. It's because you're meant to have you're creating a portal there of energy to help heal. And again, you're already doing it through your light. But one way, and I'll actually just I'll erase this here, is, you know, as I always say, so simple, intention. So we want to first have that intention of whatever it is. Like you can say like, I intend during my time here to heal this land or to soak up everything I can from this. And yeah, so intention is super powerful. Set your intention when you travel places, like what you want to impact in that place. Like you can do this through connecting to the earth and saying, hey, Mama Earth, you know, let's say you're called to Hawaii. You're like, what's the purpose of you being there, right? Obviously it's to enjoy, and if it's to enjoy, saying like, Mama Hawaii, Mama Earth, like I'm here to ripple my joy out, and I pray and intend that my joy, my love for being here, even if it's just you on vacation, like sipping on your like pina coladas on the beach, you are going to be in love with the scenery, you're going to be in love with your life while you're there in that time period, whether you're living there or on vacation, and that intention is rippling that love out into the world. So again, it seems so basic, you're like, whoa, you probably are hearing my words right now being like, I've done this in my life, Katie, like, whoa. It's because we do it on such a subconscious level, and when you're an awakened soul, you often are doing things that you're not even aware like are impacting the world on such a grand scale. Okay, so intention. Another thing that we can do to, you know, amplify the grid work is visualization. I think that was supposed to be an S. Visualization. Yeah, sorry guys if I'm misspelling. That's what we do out here. Visualization. So again, you can do this, and I always share this message all the time. If you've been here a while on the channel, it's like truly just visualizing that there's a cord of light coming in from the cosmos, down through your crown, all through your body, planting into Mother Earth, so that what you're doing is you're pulling higher frequencies from source, the cosmos, from, you know, wherever, up above, divine light, down into your body, and that is implanting into the earth, and there you have it. In 5 seconds you just did grid work. Okay, it's that simple. We want to anchor those frequencies, because if we're just out here kind of oblivious and ignorant to the fact that like we have a purpose here and it's like we're gonna keep it all in, like let's ripple that out. Let's help the earth, let's help humanity by just doing that quick 5 minutes of visualization, visualizing that plugging down of energy, and that's gonna really help you like do the grid work. I'm gonna go into more, but another one in here is love. So love, again, this goes with what I said, is like being in love with your life, with where you are in the world. And when I say love as well, I mean like love for the physicality of this planet. So let's, you know, I always say Mother Earth, she's a living entity. She's our mother. She's a sentient being. And what that means, and I know you're aware of this watching this, is she is not just a rock that has no life within her. She is a living being. Like Earth has her own consciousness, and the same way you have a soul within you, you can think of Mother Earth as like a big grand soul. Like she is our mother. She is a beautiful bright light who is holding us as her children in this life. So we need to give her love. And again, she has been through it. You know this, she has been through it throughout the years. Mother Earth has been through brutal, you know, experiences with the chaotic mess of humanoids that have been on this planet, not treating her right, not treating each other right. And like, she's just had it rough, right? Like she is a warrior for making it through. We love her. So we want to send her our love. So you can do this through the intention of saying every day, Mother Earth, I love you. You can look outside, give her your recognition. You can, just like look at the beauty of the earth, so like the trees, the plants, the animals, whether you're at the ocean, like really appreciating the ocean, appreciating the trees wherever you live, even if you live in the city and there's like a corner park nearby. Like make that your place where you go, and that's where you send love to Mother Earth. This is healing the grid system of Mother Earth, okay? And then another thing I'll just put down here is, as I said, what you're also doing is you're creating portals. So if what can actually really be beneficial is if you have a specific place wherever you live where you go often, make that where you go to do these intentions, because you're amplifying that energy, creating a portal on the planet to really ripple that out. Now, we want to do this obviously in many areas, but if you have that place that you go in nature, or that park near your house, or that place that's really just you love that's outside, make that where you go to do your intention of like grid work, and you're creating a portal so that that energy is amplifying and spreading out to the people, to the, that's place, and you're doing healing work for the grid, for the earth, okay? And then another way, this is probably the last one I'll tap into, is bringing the medicine of the earth to other areas of the world. Now, what I mean by this is, and genuinely, I've done this from a young age without even knowing it, and you most likely have done this, like, bringing, let's say, crystals or seashells or rocks from areas of the world of Mother Earth and bringing it to other parts of the world. So for example, I've lived near the ocean in Florida, Costa Rica, and I've brought so many shells to Montana where I currently live because, and a lot of it was subconscious. As I said, I love seashells, but bringing the energy, these seashells carry a lot of high frequency from the ocean, if you're not aware. So highly encourage you, collect seashells. It's not bad. What you're doing is, like, these shells washed up on the ocean, I believe they're gifts from Mama Earth or from Mama Ocean. So take the seashells and bring them to, the mountains or wherever you live, like inland when you leave vacation or something like that. And the same goes for, like, I have a rock from a river in Montana that I have in my house. So what you're doing by bringing these sacred objects, and as I said, crystals, it might be herbs, whatever it is, bringing these to different areas when you move, when you travel, and just having it be in that space. Because, and oftentimes what I'll say along with this is like plant medicine. We've seen people take like ayahuasca, for example, and moved it to other parts of the world. Some people might say this is not good, like you shouldn't be taking it from its origin, but I would say complete opposite. I believe these frequencies, these energies of these potent, again, whatever they are, gemstones, rocks, the plant medicine, we're traveling, or we're bringing that energy to other areas of the world to bring that frequency to help heal the earth. So that's truly a big, big thing. I feel like I wanted to crack inside of you if you feel like that was a bad thing to do. It's not. Like, let yourself bring these, feel that calling. And I also will say, always do it with intention, and always ask Mother Earth before you take something and thank her. Because I once, for example, wanted to take a rock from this river, and I kept trying to find a good rock to take, and this voice kept saying, no, you're not allowed. The elementals were like, no, you're not allowed to take a rock. So I didn't take the rock, and then another place I went, I felt this part of my body saying like it's a yes. So random, but I just feel called is like always do it with intention. Remember, like, to ask and feel into the energy of like, is this right if I take this, right? We never want to do it just take and take like most people in the world. So do it with intention. And this is grid work. You are healing, the grid by doing this. And so again, I really find that this is such an important topic to know. It's not that crazy. You're doing it just through your energy alone. But if you do it, amplify it, and create these portals on the earth, you are literally helping heal this planet. As I said, we are here for Mother Earth. She's been through it throughout the years. Your soul before you came here was like, wow, Mother Earth, humanity needs help. No one's gonna do it but me, so let me go down there, right? And like all your soul friends that you're meeting, you and I. So again, that's kind of grid work. I hope you enjoyed. I hope if you, enjoyed this video, join the channel. Definitely be here with me and all the other like-minded souls out here. I want to ask too, if you want to comment down below, like what type of grid work you do, I would love to know. Genuinely, I love this. I would love for you to say like things, whether you've done consciously or unconsciously, to help heal the grid, because it'll give other people ideas as to how to do grid work in their life. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed. I love you so much. If you're interested as well, I do intuitive readings down below, and I'd love to see your face and give you a beautiful reading from your beautiful spirit team and guides and higher self, to step into 2025 with power. Otherwise, dear soul, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.